Hey everyone, Extreme speaking. Today we have Adnan here from DTA who's going to start bringing us weekly analysis on what he's seeing on the crypto charts. Welcome Adnan.
Hi, Drieckus. Thank you very much for having me on your channel. Really excited for the next coming weeks. We're going to give you guys some great content and potential opportunities.
That's great news. But just tell us a little bit about your background and the company.
Certainly. I started trading in the beginning of 2018, pretty much when the 2017 bear market started, which made it kind of tricky, but really did teach me a lot. I believe it's very easy to make money in a bull run, but if you can make money in a bear run, you certainly have an advantage. So yes, I started my trading career or started dabbling into trading early 2018 and pretty much took it full time in 2020, the beginning of 2020. And I started DTA the end of 2020. I realized that there's so many people that are in and around my life that are stuck in the rat race in terms of working a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 5 job, where they always used to ask me, please help me with this and please help me with that in terms of trading. I decided to create a digital trend analysis, which is DTA. It's a crypto training learning program which teaches you from A to Z. So from exactly what Bitcoin is, when it started, how it's going to transform the world, and also how to invest and most importantly trade in the crypto world.
That's brilliant. So your trading career, always just crypto or anything else before that?
No, only crypto at this moment. There might be in the near future where I will diversify slightly, maybe into stocks, not necessarily Forex, but not at the moment, just crypto as we speak.
That's brilliant. All right, I see you got your charts ready. Give us your analysis for the week. What you're seeing, what might be the opportunities?
Fantastic, certainly, man. So at the moment, this is a Bitcoin USD chart, and it's on the daily candlesticks, guys. So every single candlestick represents a day in time. One thing that I've identified is this ascending wedge. You can see that the BTC has been respecting the ascending wedge for some time. However, if I zoom in slightly, we did break the ascending wedge a couple of days ago. And according to classical technical analysis, an ascending wedge normally breaks down as opposed to up. So at this current stage, we have broken down through the ascending wedge. However, we were supported by the horizontal support line, which is fantastic news for Bitcoin. Normally, when you do break a wedge to the downside, okay, the price normally comes back to retest the wedge from the outside. So if I just drop down to a smaller time frame, let's say the 12-hour, and if I just draw this out for you, so you can see we clearly broke, we retested, we came back down, we found some support. Now we're coming back. It looks like we're going to retest this ascending wedge from the bottom side. All depending on what happens at this point in time. If we break back in, that's fantastic news. That is very bullish for BTC in the immediate short term. However, guys, if we do come to the bottom of the ascending wedge and get rejected with a lot of volume, especially on the higher time frame, that can mean for the immediate short term a bit of a bear run, potentially back down to the 55, maybe even the $47,000 range. If we do go to the smaller time frame, guys, if we go down to the 1 hour, okay, you can see there's some awesome opportunity busy playing out at the moment. If anyone is familiar with classical technical analysis, we have formed this nice bull flag, and we've just broken out of the bull flag to the upside. If we would like to see more or less where we would find our next resistance, or if you are currently in a trade where potentially one can look at taking some profits here. All we do is we measure the length of the pole of the bull flag. We therefore pull it above to the breakout point, okay, approximately there, and we can see it almost takes us to the bottom side of that ascending wedge. So we can look at taking profits approximately at the 60,000 to maybe 61,000 zone. That is obviously on the smaller time frame for Bitcoin. But guys, there is one thing I want to bring out, and I'm going to go to my next chart that I've prepared. This is Bitcoin's, the majority of Bitcoin's life. Okay, each candlestick on this chart represents 1 month in time and the last 2 bull runs, and obviously the current bull run we are in. If you look at this green block here, guys, this is the 2013 bull run. We had a very nice consolidation phase where we broke out of this ascending wedge and we pushed tremendously, approximately 10,000%, okay, to the upside. And then obviously what goes up must come down. We started our retracement, the bear market started, which was approximately 1,000 days, approximately 3 years, if you want to call it that. We consolidated, we broke out again, okay? This is the beginning of the 2017 bull run, which we also had fantastic runs to the upside, approximately between 4 to 5,000%, all depending on where you obviously start. But I like to start it once it's broken out and has confirmed that we are in a bull run. And we had that consolidation bear market from the early 2018 all the way to the 2020. And as you can see, guys, we are currently in the next bull run. One thing I do want to point out, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of green monthly candlesticks. My only concern, if the market decides to turn around, it is very vicious and very quick. This is why I'm always taking a small percentage of my portfolio and dollar cost averaging out of BTC into stable coins. This does not mean I'm selling everything back into fiat currency, no. However, we've got to be realistic, and yes, we'd love for Bitcoin to continue going up into the hundreds of thousands, which inevitably it will in time. But at the moment, if BTC decides to pull back, if we go back in history, we understand that history tends to rhyme, okay? So if we go back and look at, as soon as the pullback started in the bear market, that first candlestick approximately brought us down 68% in 1 month, and it happened very quickly without a little notice. The second instance, which was the 2017 bull run, we also pulled down approximately 50% in 1 month. Now, my worry is, if we do get some sort of a retracement, so if we average the last 70 or the 68% drop, the 58 or the 60% drop, if we were to just drop, assuming this is the top, which I'm not saying it is, guys, if we do drop approximately, sorry, give me a second here, if we do drop approximately 50% from where we are now, that will take us back to the 30K mark. And this is all on the table. Never rule this out, guys. There's nothing that continues going up forever. So that is just my take on the smaller time frames and obviously the much bigger time frames, a much zoomed out perspective that we can potentially go higher by all means, but we've got to anticipate some sort of a pullback at some time, which will be quite vigorous. Thanks, Drieckus.
No, thank you. So the main thing I've picked up of your analysis is there's potential for short-term profits, approximately up towards the 60K-ish mark. But be careful, because there's a big possibility for a big retracement all of us has been waiting for. Because looking at your chart, I've calculated real quick, this is going to be the first time ever that we had 6 monthly candles in a row that's all green. So the possibility of a big retracement is there. Will it happen? We don't know. But for the market to be wealthy, we need to see that retracement sooner or later coming.
100%. I mean, a retracement in any asset or any commodity, especially after it's done at 10 or 20x, is healthy. We have to have a pullback. I always say to everybody is don't fear a bear market. I mean, if you truly believe in Bitcoin, especially in the long term, we all know it's going to get to into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe not this bull run, but almost certainly the next bull run. Okay, and the lower it drops, the more opportunity it's going to give us to accumulate more Bitcoin. Okay, so I just see a retracement or a bear market as opportunity. I don't dread it. I actually welcome it.
I agree. If you can give anyone advice for the week, what would you do, or what can they look at for this week?
In terms of BTC,
Yes. And BTC
okay, well, look,
or any other opportunity you might be on.
I've got a third chart which is just general analysis, and I always keep a very close eye on BTC dominance. Okay, so BTC dominance is we know that the crypto market at the moment is approximately 1.7 or 1.8 trillion dollars. Okay, so currently, out of that 1.7 trillion dollars, BTC or Bitcoin represents approximately 60% of it. Okay, so just over $1 trillion, give or take. So when we see BTC dominance start to drop, okay, this does not mean the price of Bitcoin is dropping. Okay, all it means is that Bitcoin is money in the crypto markets is leaving Bitcoin, however, flowing into other smaller crypto projects. And this is a good thing for me because I invest a lot in altcoins or alternate coins like Ethereum, Cardano, and various other smaller cap coins. And when I do see Bitcoin dominance coming down, it just means for me that there's going to be more money or potential opportunity flowing into smaller altcoins. All right. So at the moment, if we look at this technically, let's just go to the monthly. Let's get a different perspective of what's going on, guys. And if we look at the monthly, obviously BTC, this is when crypto was first very, very early. You can see the dominance of BTC was in the 90s. I mean, they had most of the money in the crypto market. And as all the other different altcoins, Ethereum, Cardano, Litecoin started coming into the picture, you can see the dominance started dropping because they started dividing the money. Anyway, at this moment in time, on the monthly, you can see we've had a very big bearish engulfing candle, or we can even call this a tweezer tops if you want to look at this technically. So we've had a very big drop from approximately 70% all the way down to 60% in BTC dominance. And I don't think this is over. And the reason being is if we go down to the daily, BTC is currently forming a descending wedge. Okay, and I don't want to get too technical. However, a descending wedge is when the market is giving us lows. However, it's followed by lower highs, and this indicates that normally a descending wedge will break to the downside. And if it breaks to the downside and we get some sort of a retest and rejection, we can almost be certain that BTC will work its way back down to the approximately the 52 to 50% horizontal support. And that will be amazing for altcoins because we'll have an approximately another 10%, another 12% of the market cap that BTC is currently holding will flow into altcoins, which will pump certain coins 5x, 10x, and some coins even 50x their value in the short term. So I'm really looking forward to that.
And everyone is talking altcoin season, and we're still waiting, in my opinion.
100%. I think we'll get some good confirmation if we do break this descending wedge to the downside and confirm it with a retest and rejection. I can almost guarantee we'll have a very decent altcoin season in the near future.
For sure. Looking forward to it. I have a few coins out there waiting and lying there, so let it come.
That's it. Let it come. We can't wait.
I appreciate your time and giving your analysis. All DTA's information will be down in the description. So if everyone wants to join or go have a look at them, feel free, follow up on them, and let's learn more trading. And yet again, thank you for helping us and giving us the weekly analysis from here.
My pleasure, Drieckus, and thanks again for inviting me on the show. And I look forward to our weekly market reviews.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.